Howdy, my name is Nolan T. Painter, and in today's video we will be discussing the topic of letting go of lust, how to do so, and why it is important. So let's describe exactly what lust is. So there's two types of lust in my opinion, so far that I've discovered. There's externalized lust, which is the lust that you place on others directly, and then there's internalized lust, which is the lust that you manufacture within your own mind. So starting with externalized lust, that could be seeing a woman that you think is attractive and then, getting turned on or becoming lustful, right? Or seeing, someone who's dressing rather provocative and then getting attracted to that and chasing after that. Now, internalized lust would be you typically being alone and just getting in a feel of lust and then acting on it by going and watching pornography, right? That would be internalized lust because you are mostly responsible for that rather than someone coming in and influencing those feelings. Now, this gets rather difficult when you're in a relationship, right? The box standard relationship revolves around lust, right? If you want a truly healthy and well put together long-term relationship, you need to eliminate lust and replace it with love, because lust and love are not interchangeable. Lust allows you to just see someone as an object that you can use, but love lets you see someone as a person. You see them as somebody rather than somebody. Cold bars. But anyways, the whole point of what I'm saying here is that if you want a really good relationship, you need to see them as love, so you gotta let go of your lust. Now, that doesn't mean you can do anything intimate with them, but that implies whatever happens needs to happen through love and care and the goal of furthering a relationship rather than just having an immediate feeling of lust, whether externalized or internalized. So, why exactly do you need to let go of lust? Well, lusting, or as I've written down here, over-sexualizing a partner can either push them away or it would attract a poor partner. So let me start with the second option, or the second example I put here. So attracting a poor partner. So if you as a man are lusting badly and you are like, you want sex, you want this intimacy, you're gonna attract a poor woman, because if you truly want that, you're gonna get a woman who also wants that. And as a man, do you want a woman who just wants sex really badly? Fuck no. Do you want a woman who's going to be quick to sleep with in a relationship? Absolutely fucking not. That is a horrible woman. And, by virtue, you are a horrible man. So, if you want a really good woman, that's a woman who will have boundaries, or not necessarily boundaries, but set goals and have standards for herself and yourself for the sake of the health of the relationship. This could be like finding specific dates or moments to do it on after dating for a long period of time, right? And lusting isn't necessarily sex, it can be anything, right? It's that innate primal desire inside of every man and now woman. So you need to have standards, and you need to be brave to set those standards for yourself and your partner if you wish to be healthy. Now, that's attracting a poor partner, but what about pushing them away? Well, if you're lustful, a good woman will see that and let go of you, because she will see that you're not seeing her as a genuine human being and not loving her the way you should be, and she'll see that you're not in control of your feelings. Now, she might not realize this, but subconsciously, women are actually very intelligent to a man's feelings. So when she tells that her man is clearly not controlling his feelings properly and his lust properly, she will tell subconsciously that that's a bad man and start losing love for him. That's a big deal. As a man, you need to learn how to control your emotions and your lust, because like I said, a woman will be able to tell right away. Now, why else? Well, being addicted to sexualization, what do I write here? Pulls you out of genuine connections and moments. Okay, so what I'm saying here is, when you have a huge sexualization for someone, you're not caring about the moments, the little things, because I've learned relationships are always about the little things, like the first time you held hands, or when you go and watch an event together, or when you go to the park and do little things, even minute things that don't even make sense, like playing with rocks or going and just having dinner. Those things are the most important things because you are setting down your foundation, and you want a strong foundation because you're testing each other. And if in this moment you're just thinking, oh, I can't wait to do this, or I want to do the big things, then you're not a good man. You need to be there for all the little moments, importantly, and when you are both ready, commit to the larger things. But it is those little things, those smaller events, that foundation that is so important, and you should spend as long as possible setting that foundation. If you spend your entire relationship with someone just setting the foundation and then you break up, that's not bad. In fact, that's a good thing, because that means you didn't waste your potential. You didn't waste ruining yourself or unpurifying yourself as a man, right? By having sex and doing all this lustful activity with a girl who wasn't even willing to set a good foundation with you. Now, if you set a good foundation with a girl and you prove to each other that you are worth it, then that is amazing, and then you can continue and pursue to the top of the pyramid, right? That's an analogy I said in another video, the idea that intimacy is at the top, but to get to that top, you need a huge base before that, right? This is like 0.1%, and this is 99.9% of the relationship is this base. And chasing after that 0.1% will push her away, as you're just wanting those special moments rather than the rest of the relationship, which isn't a relationship, right? You're not relying on each other, you're not caring or loving each other, you're just using, and women will pick up on that. Now, additionally, just generally speaking, porn and masturbation are insanely unhealthy, right, for your body and your mind, right? First of all, we've all seen the fucking dude with like an insanely strong right arm or left arm or whatever. That shit's not unhealthy, or sorry, that's not healthy, it's incredibly unhealthy. And it ruins your mind, right? Not in the sense that like, oh, you have bad expectations or blah, blah, blah. No, it ruins your mind because it makes you undisciplined, because you don't have control over your own emotions, which, as I've said, is incredibly important in a relationship as a man. You need to do that. There's no excuse. There's no but, if, whens, or whatevers. You will do that, and you need to do that if you want a good and healthy relationship. So yeah, that's the first problem. You can't control your emotions. And then the second problem is that because you're always seeing that porn and masturbation, you're normalized to it. So it's not only it's not special when it does happen with your partner, but it is, you'll find it's too far and in between, right? You will be constantly chasing something that's not meant to be frequent. It's meant to be rare. It's meant to be special, right? You are chasing the tip of the pyramid when you're not even done building the base. Right? And then additionally, I wrote here, you can earn real love and not satisfaction. So enjoying the little things, which I've talked about earlier. That's the idea of just enjoying every moment, because when they're gone, you won't be wanting sex or lust. You'll be upset over missing those genuine moments that you ruined as a man. So always make sure you are pushing for those genuine, loving moments. And if the woman doesn't want those things, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not your woman. That's not a good woman. It's just your turn, as guys would say, right? A woman who's easy to get sexualized and not set boundaries is not a healthy woman. And as a girl, you need to realize that, right? I know it's probably talking to a guy here, but girls need to realize that. And that's not a mean or sexist thing to say. The same way guys need to control themselves and their emotions, girls need to set standards for themselves and their partner. Because if they don't, then they become easy to sleep with, and as a guys, we all know that's not okay. And none of us want that. So as a guy, you need to overcome those challenges yourself as well. So then how do you do this? Well, take your time. You're not going to stop it in a day. You're not going to stop doing that stuff in a month. You need to constantly beat yourself up over this, and you need to run away from it. Lust is actually the only sin that you flee from. Every other sin you can fight and face it. Lust is the only one you flee from. You're in a bad moment, just fucking get up and run away. Sure, it's weird, but it's better than doing it, right? In those moments where you're just sitting around feeling lustful, go do something. Run away. Literally. I'm not quite familiar with the story, but there's a story in the Bible where this man is tempted by a woman, and he literally just gets up and runs away. Literally just runs away. So do it. Run away. Don't allow yourself to feel trapped, right? Because the truth is you're not trapped. You're just trapping yourself, but you're holding the key. So take that key and just run as fast as you can. And take your time, right? It increases its value as time goes on. It'll be harder to lust after going a year without porn than it is for you to go a week without porn. So go as long as you can. Value every day, right? I'll get into this in another video, but time adds value to life and everything inside of life. So take your time and do it for as long as possible. Well, avoid lusting for as long as possible. Be pure for as long as possible, right? And be conscious. Always remind yourself your expectations you set as a man, right? If you wouldn't want your girl doing this, why would you do it? So set your expectations. I always believe in equal expectations for you and your partner. I don't want my girl lusting and chasing after men, so why the fuck would I be chasing after a woman and always lusting myself, right? I wouldn't want my partner to be easy to sleep with. I would want to make genuine connection, and I want her to always care and put the relationship health first. So why is it that I, myself, would want those things? So I need to push for the healthier alternatives because I want those things from a partner. And then, of course, never let it consume you. Always remember, no matter what, you are never too late to be saved. You are never too late to fix things. It is never too late. Being insanely late is better than giving up. And remember, you are killing your future self here because you will be a worse man and you will get a worse woman. And I know deep down every man wants this perfect woman, but you don't deserve that woman if you yourself are not the perfect man. So overcome your lust, right? You got to learn to hate yourself here. Now, I'm not going to tell you, oh, you should love yourself and this and that. No, motherfucker, you should hate yourself. Hate every time you do it. Set goals for yourself. Hate every moment. You should hate it. Hate sin. Learn to hate sin and run away from it as much as possible. Seriously. Any possible opportunity. Oh, I have this girl who I'm working, a lot for back home. This other girl walks up to me. Goodbye. Oh, this girl's looking provocatively. I'm walking the other direction. She's not dressing as adequately as I'd like. I'm walking away. Right? These are standards you should set for yourself. Even small things like posting pictures on Instagram. I was always thinking, oh yeah, I could post a cool gym pump picture on Instagram. Hell no. Would you want your girl to be posting bikini pictures? Hell fucking no. Right? Every bitch nowadays does that shit. You want a good woman to not do those things. So why would you as a man post half-naked pump pictures of yourself? Hell fucking no. And it's even little things like that, right? Lust isn't about sex. It's about having this inert desire for sexualization. And you need to eliminate every bit of it. And it is hard. Believe me, it is hard. But if you want a good woman, you need to eliminate lust. My name is Nolan T. Painter. Thank you for watching.